back, everybody. So today we're going to try a new beer from Stevens Point Brewery. This is Snow Pilot Pistachio Nut Brown Ale. I can't... ale brewed with natural flavors. What is natural flavors? I don't know. But my guess is they're not brewing with pistachios, because if they were, they would just put brewed with pistachios. 6% is on the can. There is some numbers on the bottom, but I'm not sure what they mean. It's not a date. Let's go ahead and get this open, get it into a glass. I do like pistachios. Actually, I get the sweet chili ones, usually at the grocery store. But yeah, I believe this is my first beer made with pistachios or some kind of pistachio flavoring. No head, my guess is it's from the pistachios if they're putting some in there, just the oils. Usually if you're going to brew a beer or even a craft beer, if you don't get all those oils out of those nuts, it's actually going to kill the head. And that's kind of what this looks like. So I guess it's half and half. At the beginning I said if they were using pistachios, I would expect they would just put brewed with pistachios. But because it's natural flavor, is it oil or something like that, but with no head, I would think if they were using a natural flavor, it might not kill the head, but I've never used a natural flavor in place of a nut, so I don't know. Color. Caramel in color. It is a little hazy. I can see through it. I can make out the light box. It's not really like a brown, like I'm thinking of a brown. Usually a brown's a brown. This is more of a dark red ale, if you wanted to say something like that. But I mean, obviously a brewery can call it whatever it wants, but yeah, it's almost like a orange, dark red color, not a brown at all. Let's go ahead and smell. A little caramel, and maybe a touch of nuttiness, but like a sweet caramel, what you would expect from like a Crystal 40 or a Crystal 60 or a Crystal 80. Just a little bit of caramel is coming through, sweet. 6%. Maybe you could get some sweet malt out of there, but I think the sweetness is coming from the roasted malts in there. Pistachio, I don't really smell pistachio. I think it would be more of a nuttiness if it had real pistachios in it. Let's go ahead and taste. Definitely more nutty in the up front in the taste. A lot of caramel sweetness in there from the malts. Tastes more like a brown in the taste than it does the smell. It goes away quick. Some browns can do that. The aftertaste, you do get a little nuttiness. Now, could I say that's pistachio? No way. Yeah, it's weird. Like that sweet caramel malt is what you get up front, but it is mixed with like a nuttiness. Then like towards the middle of the palate to the end, it's like gone. It just slides right down. Aftertaste, like I was saying, it's like a caramel nuttiness. If I was doing this blind, there's no way I could pick up that was pistachio. Nice light drinking beer. You can't taste the alcohol. Very low bitterness, if any at all. I mean, obviously there's going to be some hops in there, so you're going to get a little bitterness. But I would think it's under 20. It has to be under 20. I don't know if I would call this a nut brown, right? Is that what they called it? Nut brown ale. The nuttiness isn't there. I do like my browns with a lot of nuttiness in them, almost like a peanut butter. And there's not a lot of breweries that do have them, at least that I've tasted. But that's what I look for in my browns. If I brew a brown, I usually put nuts in there. Well, all the times I brewed a brown ale, I've always put nuts. I like that nuttiness with that brown, almost with that caramel sweetness that you get. For this one, I would probably have to go with a 3.5. There's nothing really bad. It's drinkable. Snow Pilot. I think the ABV needs to be up. It doesn't. It almost tastes like something you would drink in spring, not winter. But yeah, overall, it's a decent beer. So if you enjoyed this video, check some of these other videos out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.